All right. Yeah, I mean, 안녕하세요. Yeah, LG has their ace on the mound, Chirinos, versus Chaewon Jun, who has not particularly pitched well. He did actually pitch well against uh, Doosan in his one game against Doosan. Uh, so in that one game, he only gave up one run, so didn't factor into the decision. Chirinos, on the other hand, he pitched really well against Doosan the one time he faced them. 6 innings. I believe they had 3 hits. So 그래서 NC 팬이에요? Chirino's coming off pretty decent starts. 6 innings. Uh, so 6 innings, 99 pitches, gave up one run, did not factor into the decision against Hanwha. His one loss was against NC the time before that. So 7 starts for him. He's pitched exactly how I expected him to pitch coming. Not just a guy that's got a little time in the MLB, a guy that was in the MLB for a long time. Doosan, their infield does not strike fear into anybody. Their 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters do not do not scare anybody. NC. So yeah, I mean NC or LG's offense is pretty good up and down the line. They're guys that can definitely hit versus Doosan, who is very, very top heavy without Jake Cave in the lineup to do. I think the other games are just really going to be close, actually, as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Yeah, I mean really the other games are all going to be pretty good, as that's in there for a strike. Uh, Samsung's got Won versus Ryun Jin for Hanwha. Ryun Jin pitches extremely well at home. Uh, Wontaine has pitched really well so far in the season as that misses low and it's 1-2. Then you have NC's got Riley versus DeJesus, so that's another pretty good matchup. SSG Moonsung Cho or Moonsung Wan versus Pak Seung. Lotte should have the advantage in that one, as that is going to be ripped into the wall, and that is going to be a leadoff double for Hong Chang Gi. And yeah, just go ahead and put my predictions on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Put my predictions on the board. As that brings up a Pakemin. I just don't really. I just don't see Doosan being able to score enough to make up for Chaewon Tae or Chaewon Jun. 7 games on the season. I mean, he hasn't pitched horribly. 3.93 ERA, 3.93 ERA last year would be fantastic, but this year, unless you have an ERA under 3, you're really not pitching very well. As Pakemin bunts down to the first base side, he underhand tosses to the second baseman, and he moves the runner over. So they've got a runner over at third base now. Very important to get that bunt down in the first inning, because that is when games are won, ladies and gentlemen. That brings in Austin. Always a threat to knock in a run. He's got 26 RBIs already on the season, hitting exactly 300 from the 3 spots with the 3 defensive position, as that misses way outside and it's 1-0. So against Doosan, last year 343, this year hitting 83. I mean, it is still early in the season. It has also been a little chilly. And the 1-0 is fouled away. And will it get out of play? It will, as Yang Sung Wan jumps into the bullpen and makes sure to stand there so that everybody can see him. And it's 1-1. Mm. Chaewon Jun, most of the time, 42% of the time, he's going to throw his fastball slider off of that 33% of the time, forkball 21.6% of the time, and then he will mix a curveball in there. He is a side armor, as that is fouled a straight back, and it's 1-2 now. So a straight back usually means they are sitting up perfectly on it. Some of these guys against the side armors, again, depending on how they hit, but Austin has not hit well against side armors. He's only hitting 200 on the season against them. As here comes that is in the dirt, but nice block there by Yang Yi, and it's 2-2. Oftentimes the MLB guys, the foreigners, do not hit side armors well because they have not been really exposed to them too much versus the Korean guys who see a side armor every single game. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. He lifts that into center field, and Jung Soo Bin is under it, but that will be definitely deep enough to score a run. And just like that, LG takes the 1-0 lead. That brings up Moonbo Young. I mean, it's been I don't know about relaxing, trying to get some of the stuff done. I've been wanting to do the weekly show, but I've just been so busy and waiting on stuff and trying to get everything to the quality I expect. Uh NC's been playing so well lately, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. I think that's definitely a toss-up game. I think that's definitely a toss-up game. Just because again, you have that is just misses there. Jesus, who does pitch really well, but NC does have their best foreign guy, Riley, out there on the mound, and KT doesn't score very well. I think Jesus is a better pitcher than Riley is. That is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2 now. Riley is DeJesus is a better pitcher than Riley, but I think NC's offense is better than KT's. So you've got a decent matchup there, as that's going to be a ground ball, second baseman over, and that's will be 3 away, but not before they get one on the double, the sacrifice, and we will go to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 LG. A good quick 1-run lead as not the best pitching from Chaewon Jun, but I mean, outside of that leadoff double, he did exactly what he needed to. Only 15 pitches. Will be important for him to go 6 innings. He's gone 6 innings twice on the season, I believe, at least twice in his last 2 games. Both of those were no decisions. Both of those he gave up 1 run in those 6 innings. So he does give up a ton of home runs. He's given up 5 so far, which is not good for a guy that has his home ballpark in in Jamshil. So the defense for LG, it pretty much the exact same. Shinmin Jae at second. Sometimes they'll have a Shinmin Jae at second. Sometimes they'll have somebody else. Moon Sung Ju in left. Kim Hyun Soo is DHing. So pretty much the regular old lineup for LG with Chirinos on the mound. Doosan has a lot of changes in their lineup. Playing in left is Kim In Tae. DHing is Kim Jae Won. Cave is not in the starting lineup, which is a little bit of a surprise to me. He did go 0 for 5 in yesterday's game. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know why Cave's not in the lineup. Maybe he's got an injury or something. He did go 0 for 5 yesterday. He hasn't been hitting as well in the month of May, so maybe they're just giving him a bit of a day off. But again, Jung Soo Bin leading off, Kim Jae Won DHing again. That 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters for Doosan do not strike fear into anybody. Uh, I honestly don't know if they would strike fear into most college pitchers. It's a pretty big gaping hole at the bottom of this lineup, which is part of the reason why they're not winning games and they're not in the playoff hunt right now. Yep, doing an LG game is that first pitch is in there for a strike from Chirinos. I'm still alive, man. Wake up, get ready to stream, and then yeah, try to live. As here comes the 0-1 pitch from Chirinos, and that is going to be lifted into left field, and just like that, the no hitter is gone. That brings up the number 2 hitter, Kemin Tae. I got a new button. Oh, yeah, Jung Soo Bin had a outstanding game yesterday, a home run and a double. Went to third on the defensive indifference, but yeah, we'll see how he does that. That's why he earned himself a spot in the thumbnail. As Kim In Tae steps in, 326 on the season for the left fielder. And the pitch outside, 1 0. Not a ton of at bats, just 46 at bats on the season. Doosan has been trying to figure out something to jumpstart their offense. And the 1 0 pitch, Jung Soo Bin does have some speed over there at first base. And the throwback, he slides in, and it's not as well this year. 9 for 13. I'm actually very surprised at the lack of steals this year. Last year, again, they did go with the bigger bases last year. This year they have the pitch clock, as that is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman is going to grab it, throw over to first, and he moves him over on the ground out. So I thought that there would be way more stolen bases this year because of the pitch clock. But what's happened there's been a ton of pickoffs, like runners trying to time the pitcher and the pitcher like still having the ball while they're halfway there. You mean the three throws? I think that's a stupid rule. As Yang Yiji steps in and misses up high, 1-0. Hitting 412 so far in the month is apparently family month is his favorite month. May is family month here in Korea. A ton of special holidays. As the 1-0 right in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Family Day, or so you had Children's Day yesterday, Cinco de Mayo in the U.S. We celebrate Children's Day here. It's actually a federal holiday or a national holiday. And then on the 8th is Parents' Day. The 11th is Adoption Day. The 15th is Teacher's Day. So a lot of special days in the month of May, as that is popped up under and back, and that's will be 2 away on the pop up to the catcher. So with 2 away now is Jung Soo Bin hanging out on second base all by himself. That'll bring up a Kim Jae Won. So Chirinos mainly throws his two seam 43% of the time, 147. Then he throws a fork ball off of that, which is very, very surprising because most foreigners do not throw a fork ball. If you're a foreigner, you're probably going to throw a split finger more than a fork ball, but they have got him listed as a fork ball. It might actually be a splitter, as that just catches the inside corner, and it's 0-1. From there, he throws a slider, and then he will mix in a four seam fastball every once in a while. Only throws about five a game or so. Kim Jae Won, 265 on the season, and they'll set up on the outside. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0 2. I said, I don't really like that rule. I don't like the two. So I like it in the fact that it speeds up the game. I don't like the three. I think like if it was three per pitch, I would be okay with it. As the 0-2 pitch sets up just above the waist, right down the middle, and he elevates it, but it's fouled away, and it's stays 0-2. I think if you're gonna do per at bats, five. If you're gonna, or sorry, per at bats, five. If you're gonna do per pitch, three. As the 0-2 pitch sets up with his glove on the ground, hitting the ground, and he throws it, but fouled away again, and it stays 0-2. Fork ball, fork ball, fork ball. I know Japan is not very happy that the WBC is going to do a pitch clock this year, as they set up on the inside corner. It's a dangerous spot if you miss out a little bit, and the pitch runs inside, and it's 1-2. He is a guy that will turn on that inside fastball if you leave it out just over the plate, and will give a souvenir to those that are in attendance for the holiday. 1-2 pitch just slaps it on the ground. As that is going to be into right left field, and Jung Soo Bin will come on home as they tie the game on the 2-out single by Kim Jae Won. A great pitch. He just went and slapped the bat at it. Well, I mean, technically they do three, I thought. And that's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That makes Chirinos didn't give up any runs in his first game against Doosan earlier in the year. 6 innings, 0 runs. I thought they did three, and if you don't get them on the third one, it's automatic, as that is did not go. Ooh, not a good call there by the first base umpire. As here we go, the 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. And a swing and a miss on a pitch that runs inside, and it's 1-2. Thank you, whoever's doing that. Lots of runs early in the games. Half the teams have already scored in the first or second inning. As here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be ripped to shortstop, a back, and throws to second. A great play by OG Wan, and that will end the first. Doosan gets their runs back on a couple of singles, and we will go to the second inning. It's 1-1. Chirinos, a couple extra pitches there. Sitting at 17 now on the day. Chaewon Jun just 15 in his first inning. Elsewhere around the league, looks like Kia's off to an early lead as they've got a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first, but Kium now has runners on first and second with nobody outs. And then NC out to a quick 1-0 lead against De Jesus and KT. As KT is now up with a runner on first and the bottom of the first with nobody outs. Lotte is up 1-0 against SSG. How do they score their one? A leadoff homer by Yundong Ki in the bottom of the first. All right, Pak Dong Wan will lead things off. Bears with their Children's Day uniform. All right, here we go. Pak Dong Wan, he is the, I believe he won the player of the month for offensive player of the month for the months of March and April as he looks at the first pitch way outside, and it's 1-0. 318 on the season for Pak Dong Wan. And the 1-0 pitch just misses low. My issue with the Chaewon Jun is the walks. He walks a ton. 21 strikeouts in his 36.2 innings, but 15 walks. As the 2-2 or 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. In his last 3 games, 2 walks, 4 walks, 2 walks. The one game against LG, he didn't have any walks, only gave up 1, but LG came back and won that game as Pak Dong Wan lifts that one, and good Lord, you are going to need a rocket up your to catch that. Goodbye, baseball. It is a 2-1. Just like I said at the end of his first inning, he gives up a lot of home runs, and that would be another one of those home run things. That was absolutely crushed. That was like 12 to 14 rows deep in the outfield. I'm going to see if I can count the rows. It was absolutely crushed. I don't know if I can count fast. I'm not going to be able to count anything with that angle. It was destroyed as Kim Hyun-soo looks at strike one on the inside, and it's 0-1. 290 on the season for Kim Hyun-soo. He has definitely dropped off in the month of May. As Yang Yi-ji sets up on the outside, he misses badly over the middle, but that'll be a ground ball to the first baseman and 1 away. That's the 6th home run he has given up on this season. He gave up 1 in 4 of his last 5 games. He gave up 1 to KT, he gave up 1 to Kia, he gave up 1 to LG, and he gave up 1 to Lotte. I don't have anything back past that, but that is a huge, huge issue with these side armors because the ball is already traveling up. You're just sending it back the other way up, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to OG1. OG1 running in on the career games for LG, as that misses. Oh, nope, does catch the up zone, and it's 0-2. That was crushed. I mean, good Lord. I could dream of hitting a ball that hard. As the 0-2 catches him looking at it, and that will be the first strikeout of the game, and outs number 2 as that brings up Moon Sung Ju. Can we get it? Can we get a better angle so we can count the rows? No, we're gonna get a 120 meters. Every single home run is always 120 meters in the KBO. I swear. They're like, oh yeah, that was far. We'll just 120. As Moon Sung Ju looks at strike one on the inside and so on. They're never like, it's always 115, 120, 125. It's never 122 meters. No, not going to believe that, as that is fouled away and it's 0-2. No, Chirinos gave up a run, but he's got himself another one back as he'll get to work with a lead once again. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. As he rolls over on it, second baseman grabs it, throws over, and that will be 3 away. But he gives up a solo shot, and LG takes the lead at 2-1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Da-na-na-na-na. So they will have the vaunted 6, 7, 8s coming up. Again, nothing in the bottom of this lineup. Congratulations, sir. The bottom of this lineup again strikes fear in not one single person. There you go. Navian magic. Navian magic. How many are in there? That's about normal. 안녕하세요. 오늘 롯데 이미 이기고 있어요. That's about normal. Yeah, normally at the start of the games until it gets out of hand, it's 20 to 30. Let's see here. All right, 17 pitches from Chirinos in the first inning. And he's got himself another lead. Oh, ah, I maybe I don't know. A lot of I want to say a lot of people watch the stream in horizontal. A lot of them listen to the stream in vertical, and they want a early game. As that is right off of the shortstop's glove and a leadoff single. Just as I talk about the bottom of this order not doing anything, they decide to prove me wrong. It's finger licking good. I have no idea how that would translate into Korean. I'm happy you're here, man. All right, Kang Sung Ho still hanging around the Mendoza line at 205 on the season. And looks at strike one in there, and it's 0-1. Just has not had it. Again, he is back over there. Are they going to have him bunt here? Or is it going to be a pull the bat back and slap at it KBO style? As here comes the 0-1 pitch. And they check over at first on Myung Jin. Walk Bean uniform there. I still haven't heard anything about him. I still haven't heard about him returning. Doosan's ace is still not pitched a game this year. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. And no more bunting here, ladies and gentlemen. No more bunting here. And the 0-2 sets up in the other batter's box. I don't know what that is. You're like with the ball. Did he go around? He did not, and it's 1-2. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Again, Om Young Jin over there at seconds. And the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. 6-4. 3 double play will erase that base runner, ladies and gentlemen, and 2 away now. That brings up the number 8 hitter, Pak Jun Young, is once again. That it's playoffs, right? Playoffs. All right, Pak Jun Young steps in, 260 on the season. Again, the bottom of this order, 200 to 250 guys all just maybe get one single a game, as that misses inside, and it's 2-0 now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? So Nuggets were favored or not favored? I don't know what that means. And the 2-0 misses badly, and that's 3-0. Ah, okay. Do people in Colorado still follow the Nuggets? As that is right down the middle, and it's 3-1. And the 3-1 catches the inside corner or outside corner. And now it's 3-2. First full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. I know we've all been waiting. Oh, okay. As that is a broken bat, ground ball to the third baseman, throws across the diamond, and that will be 3 away. They get a single, but erased on a double play. And we will go to the third inning. It is 2-1 LG. '29, so 12 pitches that inning as both pitchers 12 pitches in the second inning. Ah, and I know nothing about basketball. I've never been to an NBA game. I've never been to a professional basketball game, actually. Oh, I'll just say that. I've never been to a professional basketball game. I've been to one professional volleyball game, and I've been to one professional hockey game. Oh God, I know he is really whining and crying, even though he's wearing that big giant elbow brace, I'm sure. All right, so we're back, top of the third, and we'll have The number 9 hitter is Shinmin J out there. Of course. Well, thank you very much, sir. So Shinmin J leads things off. Back down in the lineup, 214 as he has also struggled offensively, been in and out of the lineup over there at second base. And first pitch is low, ball one. A little choke up on the bats. And Yang Ji sets up right down the middle and it catches the inside corner and it's 1 and 1. And in there for a strike, and it's 1 and 2 now. And he just gets a piece of that. Stays 1 and 2. Hanwha, or not Hanwha, LG. You're sitting here talking about the Hanwha game. LG's got to start getting this guy's pitch count up. Getting into the Doosan bullpen is their key to really blowing open this game. They need to get a win today as Hanwha is playing against Samsung and their best pitcher as the 1-2 is going to be grounded foul and it keeps that pitch count going, ladies and gentlemen. So again, Hanwha is now tied with Lotte or LG at the top of the standings after LG's loss yesterday and Hanwha's seventh straight win. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. I think they will too. As the 1-2 is going to be grounded to the shortstop. He throws across the diamond, and that's one away. The reason why I think Samsung will win is because Hanwha's closer is done. He can't pitch today. He's pitched the last 2 days. But, Samsung's bullpen is not the best either. So, as that is strike one at the bottom of the zone to Hong Chang Gi. And it's 0-1. Hong Chang Gi doubled in his first at bat, came around to score on the Austin sacrifice fly, and looks at strike two there at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. Average about 100 points lower than last year. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, just sets up way on the outside and fouls it away. Yeah, it was one first and second, right? Diaz come up big. Well, that's just right where Hanwha wants them. They only want to come from behind victories. As the 0-2 is slapped again and it stays 0-2. And I think they have 11 or 12 come from behind victories. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Late setup by Yang Ji in the dirts. And it's 1-2. This is what I was talking about. They've already seen 11 pitches in this inning. They saw 12 all last inning, even though they led the inning off with a solo shot. As here comes the 1-2, sets up outside once again, and he misses outside, and it's 2-2. There we go. You got an 0-2 count, and now it's 2-2 because you're trying to paint the outside corners or trying to get him to chase pitches. Every pitch has been outside, every single one, as that is a swing and a miss as it breaks down at the bottom of the zone. And that's his second strikeout of the day, second out of the inning, and that will bring up Min. Hakemin and now steps in at 253 on the season and looks at a beautiful curveball right down the middle that Yang Ji does his best EJ Wan impression and drops it. Hakemin with a sacrifice bunt that put him over to third for the RBI sacrifice fly, as that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman bobbles it, but recovers, steps on the bag, and 1, 2, 3 go. The LG Twins for the first time today, as we will go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 LG. All right, so we've got ourselves a slight little pitching duel here versus the Kia and Kium game that's already 1-2, but top of the seconds, Kia is threatening again with runners on first and second and 1 out. That game is gonna go a lot of runs scored. NC still up 1-0, and Lotte still up 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Oh, Samsung takes the 1-0 lead after the Diaz RBI single. Hanwha does have one hit on the day. That was Noshiwan, who ended up getting an infield single. We'll have to take Nick's opinion. Was it a single or was it an error? As Kia has now loaded the bases with 1 out in the top of the second inning. That game is going to have so many runs. They're going to need a new scoreboard in the dome. Josu Hang will lead things off for the Doosan Bears. They'll have 9-1-2, just like LG had. 194 on the season for Josu Hang. Third baseman will be way up in on the grass, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And Josu Hang, one of the fastest guys in the league. He loves to drop the bunt down the third base line, and here comes the bunt. He pulls it back, and it's 1-1. Last year led the league with 64 stolen bases. Hana sack bunting in the third inning. And when you're down by one, that is sets up on the outside, and he lifts it into left field. Moon Sung Ju under it, and 1 away. Well, LG sacrifice bunted in the first inning, but I will say this with their sacrifice bunt, it was also a runner on second. Runner on second sacrifice bunt or increases your chance of scoring 1 run. Again, the runner on first with nobody else is the dumbest move in professional baseball in Korea. I wouldn't even call it a professional move. It's so awful and so pathetically planned out that anybody who does it should never ever coach again in their entire life. And the 0-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 to Jung Soo Bin. Jung Soo Bin led off the game with a single, came around to score on the Kim Jae Won RBI. And the 0-2 pitch and laid off of it in the dirt, and it's 1-2. I can guess who made the 3 pitch strikeouts. I'm going to guess that this is his first year with Hanwha. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Misses way up high, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he slaps it foul. Does it score a run, though? As that is lifted. What is the Doosan pizza thing? I don't get it. As, that is going to be grounded right at Austin. Grabs it, steps on the bag, and two away. Oh, JJ Hoon is he's the one that sacrificed, or he tried to sacrifice and failed? I'm confused. And the 0-2, or sorry, the first pitch in there for a strike as Kemin Tay looks at that curveball. Or maybe it was a forkball. And the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Kemin Tay, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bats, but successfully moved Jung Soo Bin over to second base. And that's going to be to the second baseman again. Throws to first, and 1-2-3 go the Bears. 1-2-3 for Twins, 1-2-3 for the Bears, and we'll go to the fourth inning already. It's a 2-1 LG. Moving right along into this game. Couple 1-2-3 innings. Chirinos gets his pitch counts back into a favorable position with two straight at 12 pitch innings. Puts him now one below Chaewon Jim. Ah, okay. I thought he got the bunt down, and then the next batter struck out to give them two outs with a runner on second. Looks like Kia took the lead on Q. They're up 3-2 on a Wisdom 2 RBI single. Other games is still the same, except Hanwha's threatening. They have Florio up to bat with a 2-2 count in the bottom of the third with runners on first and second and only one out. Can he get his one hit of the day on this at bat? He is turned into quite the Peraza with a one hit a game maximum. Ah. I was like, who's Wonder Kid? It's like, ah. All righty, here we go. The top of the fourth. Austin steps in and looks at ball one on the outside. 1-0. The sacrifice fly in his first at bat to the center fielder. And he's still hitting 300 on the season. And the 1-0 in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Austin Dean in his third year in the KBO. Not having as great of a year as he had last year, but still one of the best players in the league. As here comes the 1-1 as he goes down to a knee, pops it up, and his struggles against Doosan continue as Kang Sing Ho makes the catch in shallow right field. That'll bring up the number 4 hitter, Park Dong Won, or sorry, Moon Bong Gyung, who grounded into a 4-3 ground out in his first at bats in the first inning. Now hitting 307 as he is really cooled off, and that's going to be a chopped foul, and it's 0-1. He is just he's really not been he's one or two hits a game usually from him, but only 7 home runs when he had five in the month of May or March is way outside and it's 1-1. And 2-1. Did Florio come through? And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Misses way outside and it's 3-1. I talked earlier about his command issues. He hasn't walked anybody just yet, but he is looking like he is ready to give a free pass. And the 3-1 misses outside. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen. The first free pass of the game from Chewan Jun. Not the guy you want to give to a free pass to because the guy behind him is the guy that hit the absolute shot back in the second inning to lead off the second and put LG up 2-1. Here we go, and we'll get a replay. Maybe we'll see how many. Actually, that might have been more than 12 rows back. All right, here comes the pitch in there for strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. And 0-1, way, way, way outside. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch sets up high, grounds it to third baseman, diving stop, throws to second base and to first, but not in time. A great diving stop over there at third base from Om Young Jin. Makes the throw over to second base, but Pak Dong Won shows that catcher speed and is able to beat it out. That brings up the number 6 hitter, Kim Hyun Soo. All right, so 2 out now. Kim Hyun Soo, 287 on the season, and looks at just strike one. And it's 0-1. A ground out to Yang Sung Won over at first base in his first at bats. And lifts that one, but it's foul. And it's 0-2. And the 0-2 in the dirt, so 1-2. The scoring is opening up all around the league. Is NC's now up 3-0, and Lotte's up 2-0. All right, the 1-2 pitch, Pak Dong Won over at first base. And the 1-2 is lifted into the air. Center fielder Jung Soo Bin under it, and that will be 3 away. They give up a walk, but nothing happens after that as they go 0 for 2 with runners on base and strand their first runner. Will go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-1 LG. Dun. There we go. 57 pitches I believe he is the one that I streamed, and the absolutely most befuddling pitching change ever happened. It was actually, yeah, I believe I streamed when he was pitching in the LG game where he was at like 70 pitches. So 69 pitches in the LG game. 6 innings, 69 pitches. You have to be thinking, "Oh my lord, this is a fantastic. I'm going to be able to rest my bullpen. I've got a guy that's out there. He's only given up 1 run the whole game, and that was on a solo home run. Uh He's given up 4 hits, walked 0. He's absolutely managing his pitch count, 69 pitches through 6 innings. And then the brain in the dugouts for Doosan decides to take him out, and they end up losing. All right, so Chirino's back out there. 41 pitches for him through three. The first 1, 2, 3 inning. Yang Yi will greet him. He popped up to the catcher in his first at bats, 0 for 1 on the day. Yang Yi still rocking the elementary school summer baseball pants with the elastic band on the bottom. Looks at ball one there, and it's 1-0. All right, here comes the 1-0. Sets up a right at the knees, and he chops it foul. And no 1-1. Yang Yi. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Yang Yi, his little chicken wing, and the 1-1 way outside at 2-1. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, the 2-1 sets up on the outside, just outside the app. And that's way, way outside 3-1. Not even close. Yang Yi averaged down to 298 now after his pop up to the catcher. A usual 300 plus hitter as he sets up on the outside again. And that leaks inside, and it's popped foul, running the counts full 3-2. Second full count. Why do they keep showing these? Like these mean nothing. Like it's not the same day, it's not the same year, it's not the same pitcher. They're just like, oh, here's a highlight of this guy hitting a home run 8 years ago. As the 3-2 is popped foul, and it stays 3-2. Like there's just no. This one was at least on Children's Day, but this was a Yang Sung Wan home run when he was with LG. Like these are the dumbest highlights ever. As here we go. The 3-2 pitch once again, and it just catches it on the outside corner. And I thought it was a ball, but the ABS system says, nope, go sit down and think about that pitch. As it was a absolute filthy, filthy, beautiful thing. Wow. In a couple years, that will not be a strike. As again, there's an extra 2 centimeters on each side of the plates for the strike zone. As that brings them Kim Jae Won, the shortstop throws, and that will be two away real quick. I didn't even get a chance to change the batter. That brings up Yang Sung Won. Again, this is a highlight from 2018. The guy that just grounded out. Why are we showing a highlight of a guy that's not even up to bat anymore? As Yang Sung Won looks at a ball one, and it's 1-0. 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded into a 6-3 putouts to end the first inning with a runner on first. And here comes the 1-0. That's going to be another 6 throws across and 3 putouts. 1, 2, 3. Go the Doosan Bears once again as Chirinos is still sitting pretty at 51 pitches through 4 innings and a lead. We'll go to the fifth. It's 2-1 LG. Same scores as I updated you guys last time. And Jen doing his best to not get any run supports as usual. Kim Do Hyun has given up 2 runs on 2 hits, but 3 walks. Jo Young Gun has given up 3 hits and 3 runs, but because he has given up 4 walks. The inability of pitchers to throw strikes in the KBO is mind boggling and something that no team does. No team does that all the MLB teams do is they find guys who play positions and then they turn them into relievers. It's something that the KBO never, ever, ever does. The only one I know is Hanwha's Ju-hyun Song was a shortstop at one point. Now he is struggling in the second league as he's lost his closer job and all of that other fun stuff with it. LG will have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up here. Chaewon June, 57 pitches through 4 innings, minus 2 hits and a walk. He has done well as that is up high, and it's 1-0 to OG Wan. OG Wan struck out looking in his first inning. 0 for 1, or sorry, his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day, and looks it's a ball 2 there outside. Did give up his first walk last inning, but 2 outs directly after that kept it from giving him any damage. As the 2-0 pitch lifts it to foul as he missed that one. He has slowly worked his way down in the lineup as he is just not getting it done again this year. LG has a couple guys that are just old at this point. OG Wan, Pak Dong Wan, Kim Yun Soo, Pak Hae Min, they're all in the twilight of their careers. That is an ugly looking swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2. They don't really have any, I would say, young, talented guys. What I would consider young is being 24 and under, is that misses upstairs, and it's 3-0 now on a full count. First full count of the day for Chaewon June and LG. Like Hong Chang-gi is again not young at all. As that is lifted into center field, Jung Soo Bin under it, and that will be 1 away. No, Hong Chang-gi is a 99, so he would be what, 30, 31 at this point. And then you go to Park Min. Park Min was 90, so he is a 35 at this point. Austin doesn't count. Moonbo Young is one of the young guys. He's 24. He'll be 25 in July as Moon Sung Ju fouls that away, and it's 0-1. Park Dong Won, 90, so he's 25 or 35 also. Kim Hyun Soo is pushing 40, as that is going to be a liner to the left fielder, but it's caught, and that's 2 away. Keep going through this lineup as Kim Hyun Soo was born in 88, so he would be 37. Oh Ji-won, born in 90, so he's 35. Moon Sung-ju, 97, so he's 28. Again, outside of a handful of these guys, they just are an old team, and they are really running into the end of their window. Is that is fouled away, and it's stays 0-2. He's not wild enough to be pitching for to be Kim Saw-hyun. And that misses outside, and it's 1-2. I figured he pitched the last 2 days for Hanwha, so he can't pitch in that game, so he came here. Oh, sorry. I changed one, but not the other. I think I just didn't hit the save button. Yeah, I didn't hit the save button. There we go. Thank you. And the 2-2 fouled into Yang Yi-ji, and it stays 2-2. Kim, oh, and in Gochuk? And the 2-2 is a swing and a miss, and strikeouts number 3 on the day for Shaewon Jun. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 2-1 LG. Oh, yeah, I saw something on either Facebook or Instagram, something like that, about finally getting his call up. Might have been Daniel Kim's little daily show thing. Kim could use those 2 hits. They're down 3-2 because they've only had 2. Making his presence known, apparently. How's Kim Ha-sung doing? He went to Tampa Bay, right? I haven't seen any information on him. Yeah, okay. Shaewon Jun. 71 pitches. Will he come back? Will he come out? Again, 6 innings, 69 pitches in the last game he pitched against LG, but the mastermind in the Doosan dugouts who can't figure out how to manage a pitching staff to save his life pulled him out. All right, Oh Myung-jin will lead things off for Doosan here in the bottom of the 5th. He is 1 for 1 on the day and looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1. Torino's just 51 pitches through the fourth. He's got a 1-2-3 in his last two innings. Faced the minimum since he gave up a RBI single in the first, as that just catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. The old two seam, two seam, two seam. And the 0-2 is going to be grounded to Austin. Steps on the bag and one away. Fantastic to see there. An 0-2 count, didn't play around, just went right at him and got the ground outs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you keep pressure off of your bullpen. And Kong Sung Ho looks at strike one. That wasn't even on the outside corner of the plates, but he looks like he can't even get to it. It really looked like he couldn't even get to it as he fouls that one away. Again, that was in the middle of the plate, and it looks like he's just barely able to get to it with the edge of his bat. Man, scoot up in the bag or the box, man. You're struggling. Do something. Misses up high, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to Kong Sung Ho, a 6.43 ground out in his first at bat, dropped his average to 203, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And second strikeout of the day for Chirinos, and a two away here in the bottom of the fifth. That brings up Pak Jun Young, who grounded into a 6-3 putout in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Way, wow. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That pitch somehow caught the outside corner. I thought it was definitely a ball, but nope. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's chopped foul, and it's 0-2. No, no, no. I do any game. Starting this year, I do not just do Hanwha games. I do whatever games you guys want to see. You can vote on in the community posts on what games you want to see, and then I will stream. Now, if you want to see LG games, vote for LG games. If you want to see Doosan, vote for Doosan. And the 1-2 pitch catches the very top of the corner, or the top of the zone, top of the corner, top of the zone. Strikeouts number 3 for Chirinos. So we'll go and take a break as LG is up at 2-1. Refill your beverages, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in a few. All right, so we're just about back. Top of the lineup, leading things off for LG. Chewan June still out on the mound, I assume. I've seen dumber things from certain managers, so who knows? All right, so we are officially ready. As here comes the first pitch of the second half, right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Chewan June just gave up a two hits and a walk in the first half of this game through 5 innings, just 71 pitches. Hong Chang-gi was one of them as he swings and misses there, and it's 0-2. Hong Chang-gi doubled and scored a run in the first inning to put LG up 1-0. But Doosan tied it in the bottom of the first before LG took the lead on a solo shot from Pak Dong-won. So the 0-2 pitch and now to Hong Chang-gi, 241 on the season, sets up way up high, and that goes way up high, and it's 1-2. More of this fiddling around with the outside of the strike zone when your bullpen is garbage is such an interesting strategy. And that's going to be a single right back up the middle. And he's on base for the second time today. And that brings up a Mean. Will they bunt, ladies and gentlemen? Will they bunt? Everybody knows the best strategy in the game of baseball is a runner on first, no outs, and a bunt. We can only hope to see it, ladies and gentlemen. We can only hope to see it. Uh, I'm going to assume you're outside of Korea. As that's inside in the strike zone, and it's 0-1. Uh, if you go to souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com, as here comes the and checks over on Hong Chang-yi. Yeah, souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com is the official international broadcasting rights. They also have an app if you want to use the app. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, sets up on the outside and misses outside and up, and it's 1-1. They are not bunting here. Apparently, LG's manager discovered something. That bunt makes sense. As that is a swing and a miss, and it's a 1-2. Oh, is he? So he's on third now. Uh, I assume that because it was a double, that would be a good idea to get one run, as that's going to be a ground ball through the right side. Hong Chang-gi is going to go first to third. No, he's going to hold up. As Pak Min comes up with a single, they've got runners on first and second with nobody out here in the sixth inning. As two straight hits by LG has got the I've been all right, I guess. I'm still kicking it. There's Austin Dean. Will they have Austin? Or are they going to have Austin Dean bunts? That is the that would be the greatest move. Last year's RBI king, have him bunt with a runner on first and second in the sixth inning with a 2-1 lead. Yeah, this year, I don't. This year is a lot less scoring than last year, definitely. And Kia obviously not doing as well, as their bullpen has been atrocious on the season. All right, Austin Dean, 0 for 1 on the day. A sacrifice fly with an RBI in the first, a pop up to the second baseman in his last at bats, and looks at strike one that just gets a stitch on the outside corner. And it's 0 1. There's a ton of really, really weird as the 1 1. Oh, and what did they say it was? I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. They said it was a ball and then they changed it to a strike. All right, it's the 0-2 count. So runners on first and second, sets up way in the other batter's box, throws it over there, and it's 1 and 2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way up high, and he swings at a ball up at his shoulders, but fouls it away. And it stays 1 and 2. He is in bunting, but isn't he the guy you want to bunt? Because he's hitting a 160 on the season. All right, here comes the 1-2. Yeah, the 1-2 is crushed into the air. Going. Goodbye, baseball. That's will make it 5-1. I told you he gives up a ton of home runs, ladies and gentlemen. I told you he gives up a ton of home runs. Follow me for all your advice. And now it's 5-1. And that might be it for him. 84 pitches. Nope, he's as a strike. I don't know if he fouled. I think he might have fouled it away. I don't know. We didn't get to see anything because again, the looking at Austin Dean's wife is way more important than actually watching the game that's being played. And the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. And that misses up high, and it's 2-1 now. All right, check swing of fouls it away, and it's a 2-2. And Moonbow Young, a single through the left side, and that will be the fourth straight hit for LG. And at this point, you gotta go to the bullpen. 89 pitches from him, the most he's thrown. He threw 85 in his last. He threw 102. He threw 108 in his loss against Lotte. 4 straight hits here in the 6th inning. You've got to go get him at this point. At 89 pitches. I don't have any time do anything any baseball except for the KBO, and just like that, I said it and it happens. We'll have a pitching change. As I need to update my hits here. 6 hits now is 2 home runs Again, 5 home runs already this season. Gives up another two today. He just that's the thing with these side armors. Uh, they're going to have to change. KBO is going to have to change and get rid of these side armors. The side armors and the submariners, they're going to have to get rid of them. And for years, they've had these submariners and side armors that throw from a different arm slot to kind of give a different look. But a lot of balls moving way across the zone, and with the KBO umpires being absolutely awful, they were able to get the umpires calling pitches way, way outside. Now that they have the ABS system, those guys aren't throwing strikes. Players have realized, hey, we don't even need to swing at this. But when they do swing, since the ball is coming up, it's easier, obviously, to keep it going up. You're not changing the angle as much, and that is why these sidearm guys all give up so many hits and so many home runs. So Young Ha will come in to pitch now. All right, Young Ha out on the mound now. He will face Pak Dong Wan. 18 games, 18 innings, 1 win, 2 loss, 2 holds, 4 ERA, 20 strikeouts, 11 walks. And that is a pitch that is way, way, way up high, and it's 1-0. How can you not do his dance? 1-0, and he drops down a bunt. He legs it out, ladies and gentlemen. A catcher dropping down a bunt in a 4-run game. Somebody please explain this to me. Somebody please explain this to me. I really do not get this. You've got a guy who's already thrown. This is his 19th game. You've got a catcher who hit a home run already today, who's not fast. A guy on first who's also not fast, and you drop down a bunt with I just don't. I don't get it. It's definitely the dumbest play I've seen all week. And again, this is my 8th straight game of streaming, and that's the dumbest play I've seen the entire week. Runner on first, nobody outs, up 4 in the 6th inning, new pitcher, and you bunt with your catcher who's slow, with a runner on first who's slow. As Kim Hyun Soo, the 0-1 pitch now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to the third or the first baseman and a fly out to center. Looks at strike one on the outside, and it's 0-2. What happened? Did he get thrown out on a bobbled play because he didn't run it out? Or did he strike out? There's the 0-2. And no, 1-2 now. Well, Hanwha takes the lead. They do what they do and come from behind. All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ah, and if somebody like Wong Young Mook or Yuro Gyol or Chain Ho did that, they would be out of the game. Why are that people touching that girl? And here comes the 2-2 pitch, and he grounds it foul on ball three, and it stays 2-2. Yeah, for getting picked off over at first. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's up on the outside corner, and he grounds it up the middle. That's going to be a tough play by the shortstop, and safe as he beats out the infield single, showing off those 40-year-old wheels, ladies and gentlemen, as Moonbo Young also moves over to third. That is a tough play. As the ball up the middle, the shortstop makes the play, spins, throws, but Yang Sung Wan, and not a good stretch over there at first base. Not a good stretch by the first baseman. Again, fundamentals is not optional in baseball. Yeah, he's safe. Is it windy outside? All right, so you got runners on the corner now as OG Wan steps in. Gotta love a pimped single. As here comes the 0-1. But instead, it's a single. And the 1-1, or sorry, 0-1. As OG Wan 0 for 2 on the day. He led off the last inning. He led off the sixth inning with a, or sorry, the fifth inning with a fly out to center. Has a chance here to get at least throw it, hit it to center field to score a run as the 0-1 pitch runs inside and it's 1-1. 0 for 2 struck looking in his first at bats. 243 and now on to the season for the LG shortstop. LG's bullpen is full of guys swinging bats. As the 1-1 pitch misses outside and it's 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch sets up down the middle, swing and a miss as it drops below the zone, and it's 2-2. Hanwha has got to win today. It is not optional at all. As the 2-2 pitch sets up with his glove on the ground, and that is a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. That will be two away. As it really looked like he was walking off the mound to the dugouts, but it's just two outs. That brings up Moon Song Ju. Moon Song Ju 0 for 2 on the day with a 4-3 ground out and a fly out to left. 237 on the season. He was a mainstay at the number 2 spot in the lineup last year, a 340 average last year or something like that. Last year, what did he hit? Uh, oh, wow. Only 258 last year? No, that's not right. 315 last year. Yeah, Ryun Jin doesn't throw more than 80 pitches anymore. 85 pitches? Yeah, he's done. As that is up high 1-0. Ryun Jin does not throw more than 85, 90 pitches. He comes out whenever his team's got the lead and hopes to not get any losses. I feel like that is the strategy with him. As here comes the 1-0 pitch outside, and it's a 2-0. How does Hanwha get 12 outs without their closer? And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And it catches the outside corner, and it's 2-1. And did he go around? He did. We'll check the replay. Pretty quick. All right, runners on first and second, or sorry, first and third, 2 outs, 2-2 counts. Already scored 3 this inning on a 3-run shot. And that's a single. Oh, a line shot as it was positioned perfectly. As Kang Sung Ho catches the liner right over the second base bag and will go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-1 LG. I thought that was definitely a run scoring single, but perfect positioning there by Kang Sung Ho. Catches it, and they leave, but 2 more on base. They've left 3 on so far today. Coming up will be the number 9 hitter, Josu Hang for Doosan. I think I got my numbers right. Yeah, there we go. No, nobody understands anything. We should all understand that nobody understands anything. All right, Chirino's still out there on the mound. I assume he hasn't pitched for about 35 minutes now, as he's 62 pitches for him. Josu Hang will. As Austin Dean's kids feeding mama, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Time is called by Josu Hang. And did he go? He did go around, and it's 0-2. 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to center field to lead off the third inning. 189 on the season for the outfield speedster. And that misses way, way up, and it's 1-2. The most pitches that Chirinos has thrown in his last 5 games, 100 pitches. That was in the Doosan game that he got the win on. As here comes the 1-2 in the dirt, and it's 2-2. All right, here comes the legendary pitch number 67. Will he get the strikeouts? Sets up on the inside corner. Misses low, and it's 3-1. Another full count, third full count of the day for Doosan. 6-3 ground out and a strikeouts looking in the other two. And here we go, the 3-2 count. Wiggles the bats back and forth, and that is strikeouts looking as he catches them on the very top of the zone. That flips the lineup back up to Jung Soo Bin, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and scored a run in his first at bats. That is the one run for Doosan scored in the first inning. Since the first inning, they've had 1 hit, but he was erased on a double play by the next batter. As they are struggling. Since that hit, he has faced the minimum as that catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. So since the RBI single by Kim Jae-won in the bottom of the first, he has retired the minimum, or he has faced the minimum. Just the 1 hit, but with the double play, kept it to 3 for the inning as that is fouled away, and it's 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Wagging the bats back and forth, and that's going to be chopped foul once again, and it's still 1-2. He is a guy that will see a ton of pitches, does not strike out very much, sees a ton of pitches, fouls a lot away, ends up keeping that pitch counts way up. We'll see what he does here. Right at the knees, right in the middle of the plates. And the 1-2 is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop throws and 2 away. That brings up the number 2 hitter, Kim Tae. And Kim Tae looks at ball 1 just at the top of the zone, or over the top of the zone. 0 for 2 on the day, 2 for 3 groundouts on the day for the left fielder. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman scoops it up, throws, and that will be his third 4-3 ground out, and the third out of the inning for Doosan. Will go to the 7th. It's 5-1 LG. Running into some issues are the Doosan batters. So elsewhere around the league, Samsung down 2-1 now after the couple RBIs by Hanwha on the bottom of the 5th, but they're threatening the runners on first and seconds in the top of the 6th, but there are 2 outs. Kiyomi is tied it up at 3 as Kia has a runner on first, nobody out in the top of the 6th. Then NC is up 3-0 against KT, but KT is threatening. Runners on first and second in the bottom of the fifth with one out. And Lotte is the dominating SSG as they are up 6-0, and they are up to bat in the bottom of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth just starting. So Lotte looks like a shot by Yoon Dong Hee and Reyes, both of them with some home runs on the day. They have more home runs than SSG has, or SSG has more errors than they have runs. We got lefty out on the mound for Doosan. See who it is here. Go Hyo Jun will come out onto the mound. Go Hyo Jun, 3 games, 1.2 innings, 1 loss, 1 hold, 6.20 ERA. He is a well-traveled individual. We'll just put it that way. So have a pinch hitter here. Shinmin Jae is out. Song Chan-yi is now up to bat. And first pitch is fouled away. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss. Go Hyo Jun. Let's see. Doosan, SSG, LG, Lotte, Kia, SK, Lotte. He has been around the league. Started in 2002. 23 years in the league, ladies and gentlemen. 23 years in the league. And the 0-2 swing and a miss, and that is out to number 1. Three pitches, 3 outs, 3 strikes. All right, so Hong Chang-yi will step in now. Double I got the wrong guys here. Oh, there we go. A double and a single, 2 runs scored. And the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Hong Chang-yi. And 1-1 sets up on the outside corner. And he hits the outside corner, and it's a 1-2. Moves a little bit farther outside, right on the chalk line, and misses outside, and it's 2-2. Puts the glove up to his ear. I wonder what he thinks of the pitch com. Been in the league 23 years as a pitcher. Sure, he has some opinions on it. And the 2-2 pitch misses up high as the curveball didn't curve enough. And we've got ourselves a full count here in the 7th inning. Second full count of the day for LG. Other one was OG Wan, who flew out to center field. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at ball four, and that's two away on the second strikeout of the game for Go Hyo Jun. Min now steps in. Be interesting to see what happens with Song Chani if he goes into left field. And chopped foul. And it's 0-1. I imagine that they will go with Gubon Hyuk will come in and play second base, either for Song Chani or Moon Sung Ju, one of the two. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. .147 from the old lefty. And that's going to be a little grounder. The shortstop grabs and throws in time. And that will be the end of the seventh for LG. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 5-1 LG. 1, 2, 3 for the lefty. We'll see if Chirinos comes back out, as he is, still sitting fairly pretty with the old pitch count. 75 pitches for him. Have to think that they would love to get him through the seventh. But then again, what do I know? Quick updates. Looks like Hanwha or Samsung wasn't able to score in the top of the sixth. But Hanwha is looking to get some insurance runs. They got a leadoff double from Noshiwan in the bottom of the sixth. Kia's trying to get the lead back if they've got runners on first and second in the top of the sixth with 2 outs in that 3-3 game. And then you've got NC still up 3-0 against KT, and Lotte up 6-0 against SSG. So again, LG needs to win. Otherwise, they look like they will fall down to second place, all coinciding with the manager for LG opening his big giant mouth, talking about how LG was just going to be stronger in the second half, and then trying to fight the umpire. The baseball gods were not happy with that. And since then, LG has decided to get on the slide at the fair and just head straight down. Well, Chirino's still out there. He will face the 3, 4, 5 hitters. As Yang Yi finally makes his way into the batter's box. Changes. Song Chani is out, and Gubon Hyuk takes over at second. And the first pitch in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Oh. Chirino's 17 pitches in the first, 12, 12, 10, 11, and 13 since then, and that is way outside, and it's 1-1. Again, your goal is to have your ending pitch in the number that your inning is. So he's at 77. He's a little ahead of what he wants to be. And the 1-2 is outside, and it's 2-1. And here comes the 2-1 in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Yeah, and Lee Sung-hyun is not a guy that was like a pick for a signing from the other team, so there's no need to be, as that is way in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Full counts now for Yang Yi, his second of the day. Struck out looking on a nasty pitch back in the fourth inning. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it. A light toss across the diamond, and that is one away. I don't think he was. No, he's not. He's playing. All right, to Kim Jae-won, 1 for 2. He has the RBI single for Doosan back in the first inning and looks at ball one away inside. 1-1 now. Because again, he's never played. He's young. He's a brand new. He's never played in the KBO. Was drafted last year as that fouls it away. And another 1-2 pitch. Yeah, none of that makes any sense, but what do I know? And the 1-2 pitch says throw it in the dirts and just misses outside. 2-2 now. Wang Young Mook come up big. All right, the 2-2 misses, and it's 3-2. Second full count of this inning, fifth of the day. A 5-3 ground out, a 6-3 ground out, and two backwards Ks. Doosan looking for their first base runner in a full count. A swing and a miss, and that's his strikeout number 5 on the day for Chiernos, and a 2 away now in the 7th inning. And it catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Yang Sung-wan steps in 0 for 2 on the day, a 6-3 ground out in the first, and a 6-3 ground out in the fourth. 6-3 ground out in the first, ended the first. 6-3 ground out in the fourth, ended the fourth. And he is hoping to not ground into a 6-3 ground out to end the 7th. Misses way outside, 1-1 now. 89 pitches for Chirinos. This should be his last inning, I would imagine. And that sets up on the outside corner. 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss at a ball that breaks way outside, and it's 1-2. Beautiful, beautiful slider there. And the 1-2 slaps it. It's a ball 2, but stays 1-2. Good thing he is a left-hander, because if he was a righty, then he probably would have been out. It's the 1-2 pitch now. Pitch number 92 on the day for Chirinos. And that's going to be a foul as Ball boy made some play over there. 254 on the season from Yang Sung Wan, and that is lifted into center field. Is going to get past the center fielder. He'll cut it off, but he will have himself a 2 outs double. And the first hits since Oh Myung Jin with a single to lead off the second. Fourth hit of the day for the old Doosan Bears. So that brings up Oh Myung Jin. Have a little pitching mound visit from the trainer and the staff and the pitching coach. 93 pitches from Chirinos. Again, 18 so far in this inning. That is the most he has thrown all day. 17 in the first was his other one. That's when he gave up 2 hits and an RBI. All right, Oh Myung Jin, 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in his first at bat, a ground ball to the first baseman in his second, and ball one is way outside, 1-0. Just catches the inside corner, and it's 1-1. I like that. I like the eye black there. Little triangles instead of the standard rectangles. The maybe a little Doosan Moon Bear ode. And the 1-1 is going to be grounded back to the pitcher. Picks it up, throws to first, and that will be 3 away. As Chirinos will get out of it with the 2 outs double. We'll go to the bottom of, or sorry, the top of the 8th. It's 5-1. LG. They leave their second runner on. Chirinos, again, this should be done for the day. 96 pitches from him, 21 in that inning, 96 pitches for him. So 7 innings, 96 pitches, 65 for strikes, 4 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 run. It was earned. Should be it for him. Go Hyo Jun might still be back out there on the mound for the old Doosan Bears. He'll have to face the man with knocked in 4 runs so far today, and we will have a pitching change. Park Shin-ji will come in. Fourth pitcher of the day for Doosan. All right, so we've got to the top of the 8th. Austin Dean already has a sacrifice fly in the first inning and a 3-run shot in the 6th. He will greet Park Shin-ji on the mound. 9 games, 10.1 innings, a 1.74 ERA. 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. Has given up a home run on the season, though. No decisions, no holds, no wins, no losses, no saves. And the first pitch to Austin Dean is low, ball 1. Austin Dean up to 303 now after his 1 for 2 day. And he chases ball one and fouls it away, 1-1. Oh, that one is finally different, 122 meters. And curveball in there for a ball. And 2-1. All right, the 2-0-2-1 pitch misses low, and it's 3-1. Wonder if they pinch run for Austin Dean here, if he gets on. He runs the bases fairly well, a smart base runner. As the 3-1, as he lifts that one, will it stay fair? It will not, and that will be a 3-2 count now. First full count of the day for Austin Dean. Third of the day for LG, is they're 0 for 2 on the other ones. Yeah, that's what I talked about earlier. Is I thought KT's pitcher was better, but NC's offense is better. KT, Doosan, SSG, Hanwha, I have zero faith in their offenses. Samsung, I only have faith in their offense when they're playing at home. As here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be another hit up the middle. And he is on base for the second time today with a leadoff single. Not a bad day for him. Sacrifice fly to give them the early lead. Then a 3-run shot to give them a 4-run lead, and then a single. Doosan fan doesn't know what she's in for as that runs inside on Moonbo Young, and it's 1-0. Moonbo Young singled in his last at bats, walked in his second, and a 4-3 ground out in his first. 1 for 2 on the day. And that runs way inside again, and it's 2-0. Checks over on Austin Dean, who jogs back to first. As the little girl gives out some hearts, she's trying to do a little finger heart, but can only make a circle. As that is right down the middle, 2-1. All righty, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside. And that rolls over on it. The second. Oh! Austin runs into Kong Seung Ho and is on the ground. Austin Dean is down. He is not moved. Austin Dean will be out as he hit Kong Seung Ho. His body twisted and flipped around. He landed on the ground and he is still down. He has not moved at all. And the stretcher is out as they now checking at his wife. And they take the stretcher away. Nope, they back away. Kong Seung Ho trying to field that ball, and Austin Dean runs into him as Austin Dean was looking at the ball, not at Kang Sung Ho. He jumps and runs into Kang Sung Ho as he makes sure that Kang Sung Ho is okay before he comes off. I think it just twisted his body. No, now he's grabbing his head. And he was running to seconds, looking at the ball, and Kang Sung Ho was coming in on the ball to make a play, and he wasn't looking at the fielder and hit him as they help him off. So there'll be one out. Runner on first is Moonbo Young, and that is a lifted foul. And once again, I'll go back to my question: do they pinch run for him if he gets on base? So I'm not sure how that is scored. It'll be scored as a tag out, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0 2. Oh, the official scoring is a tag out. Kong Sung Ho seems to be okay over at second, though, as here comes the 0-2 pitch and way in the other batter's box. That's going to ground ball. Shortstop bobbles it, bobbles it, bobbles it, but tosses to second. And instead of a ending inning a double play, there'll be a runner on a first still. Park Jun Young bobbled it once, twice, and then does get the toss, but no throw down to first as Park Dong Wan was hustling down the line. Kim Yun Soo steps in now as that is way up high and it's ball one. Oh, 1 for 3 on the day for Kim Yun Soo. Singled in his last at bat to fly out to center in his second at bat, and a strikeout looking in his first, as that is in the dirt, and it's 2-0. 291 on the season for the elder statesman. And the 2-0 is lifted right fielder under it, and that will be 3 away. They get a single, but nothing after, and we will go to the bottom of the eighth. It is 5-1 LG. Uh, only if they're on the IL for 6 weeks or more is the rule. They have to be there has to be, I guess, like a doctor's note or something that says they will be out for 6 weeks or more. So I imagine he will be out of the lineup tomorrow. Thursday is an off day because this week Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday series they will have an off day on Thursday. So possibly back in the lineup on Friday is my guess. So Doosan will have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming in. We'll see who comes in to pitch. 10-day, I believe. Still waiting to see who comes out now. No, Austin obviously is out of out of the game. Trying to see who is taking over on the mound. Again, the KBO app is slower than a KBO manager. Yeah. All right. Kim Jin Sung out on the mound. I mean, I think she's used to it at this point. No, Kong Sung Ho is the second baseman, the one that's just got hits by Austin. Oh, he is 0 for 2 on the day, 6-4-3 ground outs, and also a strikeout. Moon Jung Bin over at first base. There we go. And another 1-2 pitch, chopped foul, and it's stays in 1-2. Oh, you got a Moon Jung Bin, a Moon Bo Gyung, and a Moon Sung Ju. E-I-E-I-O. All right, so the 1-2 is popped up, but it's foul and not a play, and it stays 1-2. KT finally scored a run, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to first, and one away. Kia had runners on first and third with nobody outs. And they're relaying to her the information. And the 0-1 is popped up. A third baseman in foul territory makes the catch. And that is one away. Two away, sorry. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Josu Hang. There's a pinch hitter. I heard them announce it, but I couldn't understand who they were saying. Kim Min Suk, I believe. He came over in a trade with Lotte and a swing and a miss there. Lotte is 100% winning that trade as Kim Min Suk hitting 196 on the season. The shortstop that Lotte had, it was leading the league in average before he got injured, as that misses up high, 1-1. Whoops, wrong side, 1-1. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And outside at 2-1. And 2-1 is fouled away, and it's 2-2. No, we've got a 2-2 count with 2 outs and number 2 up to bat. And number 42 throws his 12th pitch. Here we go. Another 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he fouls that one away again. And now have another 2-2 pitch. One is not enough, but two is not enough. Three is not enough. And another one is fouled away. More, more, more. 2-2 is going to be a single over the right field side. And Doosan has another base runner. Foul him away until you get one as Jung Soo Bin. And Jung Soo Bin will make his way out into the batter's box. 1 for 3 on the day. He is the one lone Doosan run. A single and a run scored in the first inning, as that is way high, and it's 1-0. A ground out to the first baseman in the third inning, and then a 6-3 ground outs in the sixth. Two outs here in the bottom of the eighth, and that is way up high again, and it's 2-0. Games are never over until the final out in the KBO. You never know what the bullpen's going to do. That's just catches the outside upper corner, and it's a 2-1. Yeah, that NC bullpen is real rough. And a throw over to first. 0 points in trying to steal a base here is, again, you're down 4. Your run means absolutely nothing with 2 outs. As here comes the 2-1, as that is up high, 3-1. 19 pitches now for the reliever. Jung Soo Bin will get a home run every once in a while. He had one yesterday that just snuck over the wall. And here comes the 3-1. Fouls away ball 4 and runs the count full, 3-2. 6 full count of the day for Doosan. They have yet to get a base runner out of it. 3 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. And that is a fouled away again, and it stays 3-2. 21 pitches now from Kim Jin Sung. And Kim Min Sok easily being able to run over there at first base now. And the 3-2 is ripped, but foul. And it's stays once again 3-2. KT coming back. Yeah, they're down 4-2. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop grabs it, throws, and that's will be 0 for 3 or 0 for 6 with a full count. And once again, 0 for 1 with a runner on base. They've gone 0 for 3 since they scored their run. We'll go to the 9th inning. It's 5-1 LG. Oh for 3 since their RBI single in the first inning. They left 3 runners on base. Elsewhere, looks like Samsung is down 3-1. They've got a runner on first and nobody out into the top of the eighth. Uh, Kia had the bases loaded with one out in the top of the sixth, but or maybe the top of the seventh, but ended up scoring 0 runs, and it's still tied 3-3. Kium has a runner on first with one out in the bottom of the seventh. NC's up 4-2. They're up to bat now in the top of the eighth. And then Lotte still blanking SSG as SSG has two or is up to bat in the top of the ninth, but they are already down 6-0. So leading off the inning will be number 7 hitter, OG1. Out on the mound now is Kim Min Gyu for Doosan. There we go. I think we got it all changed and fixed just in time for the first pitch. And doesn't go around, and it's 1-0. Ojiwan 0 for 3 on the day. Two strikeouts and a fly out to center field. Average down to 240 now. And the 1-0 is fouled away. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch sets up a down the middle, and he fouls that one away also when it's 1-2. Da-na-na-na-na. Top of the ninth there. There we go. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Get yourself a hat trick, sir, and take a seat. As that is strikeouts number 3 on the day for OG Juan. And one out here in the top of the ninth. That brings up Moon Sung Ju. And runs inside, ball 1. So looks like Kim Min Suk goes to left and Kim In Tae goes to right. And the 1-0 is fouled away, 1-1. And misses outside. 2-1. There we go. I think we're all set and fixed now. And misses again up high, 3-1. Moon Sung Ju 0 for 3 on the day, lined out to the second baseman, lined out to the left fielder, and then also 4-3 ground out as he pops that one up. The left fielder looks confused, but makes the catch, and that will be 2 away. That's going to bring up Gubon Hyuk. Gubon Hyuk getting his first at bat of the day. .239 on the season for the utility infielder and rips that one, but it's a foul into the little Mentos section. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, woo! Almost hit his bat way above his head. as it's 1-1 now. Man, 1-1 inside out swing, but fouls it away. And 1-1. Sorry, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is lifted into the gap. Left fielder going back, and that'll one hop into the wall and then bounces over his head. He looks like he's never played outfield before, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be a two-out double from Gubon Yuck. He really should have caught that. He was letting it go and running with it like he was an infielder instead of running to where the ball was going to go like an outfielder. Absolutely. And then he let it just bounce over his head and kind of lollygagged. Oh, that's a ball. Oh, wow. Look at it go. Looks like he had never played outfield before in his entire life. As Hong Chang Yi steps in now, he is a 2 for 4 on the day, as that is low and it's 1-0. Yes, doubled and scored a run in his first at bat, single and came home to score on the Austin Dean 3-run shots. Two strikeouts outside of those, as that is in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 1-1. 246 and now for on the season for LG's leadoff hitter. And the 1-1 pitch just misses outside, and it's 2-1. A 2-1 in the dirts, and it's 3-1. Game is never over. LG would love to have some more here. And the 3-1 sets up right down the middle and it misses inside and low, and that will be a walk. And they've got runners on first and second now with two outs. And that brings up the number 2 hitter, Paque Mean. Paque Mean 1 for 3 on the day. The captain for the LG Twins. He has sacrificed bunt in his first inning, a ground out to the first baseman in his second at bats, a single in his third, and a 6-3 ground out to end the seventh. That is a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. You got some flower prints batting gloves, and the 0-1 way outside, 1-1. 20 pitches now for Kim Min Gyu, the fourth pitcher of the day for the Doosan Bears. 1-1 misses inside, and it's 2-1. Doosan with a 3-game winning streak has kept them from being in the bottom of the table. Or kept them out of the number 9 spots. As the 2-1 misses upstairs, and now it's 3-1. Really struggling to find his command here is Kim Min Gyu. The 3-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he catches the inside corner, runs the count full. Fourth full count of the day for LG. They fly out to center field, a strikeout, a single by Austin Dean in his last at bats, and call time. And the 3-2 pitch fouled away, and we'll have another 3-2 pitch. The 3-2 is popped up. That'll be trouble if it lands fair, as the shortstop makes the catch running right at foul territory. And that will be 3 away. I'll be back for the bottom of the ninth in just a second. All right, so we're back for the bottom of the ninth here. Jong Hyun Sheik, the closer, out on the mound. 11 games, 11 points, 1 innings. It is not a closing situation, but they bring him out anyway. They'll face the number 2 hitter, Kim In-tae, and first pitch is a ball on the outside. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Again, he's in there because uh, he hasn't pitched very much lately, and tomorrow is basically a Sunday. What I mean by that is, just a sec, is that is in there for a strike, and it's now 1-2. What I mean by that is, normally Mondays they do not play on Mondays, but they played this Monday. They played yesterday because of the holiday. That is lifted into left field, giving chase, but it will get out of play. As that looks like Chae Wan Young out in left field. I'm not going to change that. Moon Sung Ju out, and Chae Wan Young in left field. Did Kia finally score some runs? And on the 1-2 pitch is lifted to foul. And another 1-2 pitch. Man, they've had so many chances to score. And a swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout number 1. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the ninth. No, it's actually more expensive. It's a special day. That's going to be a ground ball right between the pitcher's legs, and here we go, Yang E.G. with a single in the ninth. They've got a runner on first. They'll bring up the number 4 hitter. He's got the only other RBI on the day for Doosan, or the only RBI on the day for Doosan, Kim Jae-won. Right between the legs. As Yang Yiji will come out and I'll have a pinch runner for him. It's the I mean they just have a ton of events for the kids. As the first pitch, it catches the inside corner and it's 1-1. Like I remember years ago, I went to a SSG game. They might have even been SK at the time. Actually, they were SK. Were they SK? I don't remember. Maybe they were SSG at the time. But I went to one in Incheon, and they had like all kinds of stuff because it was May 5th is Children's Day. So they partnered with Disney and had this whole huge Star Wars thing where you could do like a lightsaber battle with the I don't know the different Star Wars characters. They had all kind. They had Star Wars characters around everywhere. Before the first pitch, they had all these families walking with the Star Wars characters, like the what is it, the Imperial March, I think. Yeah, so they had a ton of stuff. All the cheerleaders dress up in costumes, as that's going to be a 3-6 putouts. And 2 away now. I knew you would say something. All right, 2 outs now, and Yang Sung Wan steps in. So they are now 0 for 4 with runners on base since the Kim Jae-won RBI single. I know Hanwha had like I think some mascots maybe. They all have obviously like if you're watching, you can see the Doosan uniforms. They all have like Children's Day uniforms. As that pitch is way outside, 1-0. Kia has the teeny ping uniforms. I know Hanwha had a bunch of like games and different things that kids could do. That's the first time I've ever actually seen Hanwha do anything for the Kids Day. They never have done anything before. Again, I one of the reasons why I stopped being one of the reasons why I stopped going to Hanwha games is because they have absolutely no fan service in their entire career. As the 2-0 pitch now to Yang Sung Wan. Fouls off ball 3, and it's 2-1. He took one to the future children of Korea yesterday. I believe EJ Wan fouled it into him as the 2-1 pitch doesn't chase that one. That's way up over the zone, and it's 3-1 now. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside. And that's going to be ball 4. They've got runners on first and second. You know, I've talked about it though, but they may have runners on first and second, but they don't have anybody that is fearful at all to bat. Oh Myung Jin steps in. So Yang Sung Wan. Where is he at in the lineup is the question. as that is fouled away. Would he be coming up? I think he'd be coming up, right? There at the top, maybe. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. And misses inside, and it's 1-1. There is a pinch runner on the bags for Young Sung Hwan. Pak Ji Hoon is now on running for Yang Song Hwan. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, tosses, and I didn't even get to change the name before they ended up grounding out as this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, as LG gets the win, a very, very important win for them as they have to win as Hanwha is up. I think all my numbers are correct now. Yeah, so he would be up. That's a big loss. All right. LG gets the win. A very, very much needed win for them. No way. All right. So LG gets the win. Chirinos pitched extremely well for LG. 7 innings, 96 pitches, 65 for strikes, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, gave up the 1 run. That was the RBI single from Kim Jae-won back in the first inning. After that, they go 0 for 2 with runners on base, and they go 0 for 5 with 0 for 5 with runners on base, 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They leave 5 runners on. They lose by 4 there. So they just Doosan's offense again is just not good. The bottom half of that lineup, the 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters just don't strike fear into anybody. Even the fifth, who's only hitting a 250 on the season. Thank you, Mary Kate. Tomorrow, Mary Kate's will be SSG in Lotte, as long as there's no rain. So, yeah, Chirinos pitched really well. Austin Dean, a sacrifice fly in the first inning to give LG the 1-0 lead. Pak Byung-ho, a leadoff homer in the second to put them up 2-1, ends up being the game winner. But Austin Dean, a 3-run shot in the sixth inning to put them up 5-1 and pretty much ended that. Let me check real quick. Let's see. Lotte should have. I'm trying to see who they have pitching. Nagyuan. I'll let you know real quick. Pak Jin. Barnes. So they should have Nagyuan, and SSG should have Anderson. So should be a pretty good matchup. SSG has Anderson, who strikes out a ton of guys. So it should be a pretty good game. Anderson versus Nagyuan. But assuming they keep those starters. But yeah, Austin ended up leaving the game after getting running into Kang Sung Ho. He looked a little woozy coming off. I don't know if it's just because he twisted his back whenever he hit him. He laid there on the ground for a long time before being helped off. They were talking to his wife. They showed talking to his wife, and they weren't getting her up to go. So I'm going to guess that it's not a something too severe. Probably off tomorrow, as they'll play Doosan again on Wednesday. But then Thursday is an off day, so I imagine maybe be off a couple days there. LG cannot afford to lose him at all for any period of time, as he is one of the lone good offensive threats for LG, who is been reeling since really starting off ridiculously well. As since Hernandez's injury, they have not played well. So as Hanwha is on their way to their second 8-game winning streak on the season, LG is currently in first by themselves for a half game. So elsewhere around the league, the Lotte ends up winning 6-0 against SSG, moving Lotte up in the standings. They are going to be 2.5 games behind LG or LG and Hanwha, depending on. Then the KT is currently down 4-3, top of the ninth inning for NC, as KT was down 4-0, but they've scored 3 runs in the last 2 innings to make this a game. Kia has added another run and another insurance run as they're now up 5-3 against Kium in the bottom of the eighth. But again, that Kia bullpen is atrocious. So a 2-run lead is never anything to put down as a possible win. Hanwha's up 3-1. They've got Han Sung Hyuk out there on the mound. He did not pitch yesterday. Actually, a pretty good move to not have him pitch yesterday to go with Pak Sung Won, and that leaves Han Sung Hyuk to close today's game because they needed Kim Saw Hyun for the last 2 games. They've got one out in the top of the ninth as Kim Sung Yoon is up to bat. So Hanwha, if they win, they would stay tied with LG at 23 and 13, 10 games above 500. Nobody in the world predicted this good of a game or this good of a season from Hanwha. Their starting pitching has just been lights out, absolutely fantastic so far on the season, allowing them to win 2-run games, 1-run games, 3-run games. Again, another come from behind victory today. If the score holds for them, I believe the 12th come from behind victory on the season for them. I think the next closest is 6. It's obviously not sustainable at all, especially in the KBO. They've been very fortunate with injuries where Samsung has had big injuries. Kia has had a bunch of big injuries. Kium's whole team is injured. LG has had injuries with Hernandez that really caught them. Doosan still does not have their Korean ace. He hasn't thrown a pitch all season. NC has dealt with a bunch of injuries. They are healthy now, and they're playing much better. KT had a small injury with DeJesus, but Kang Baek Ho has been injured a couple times. SSG, obviously, lots of injuries with Che Jung and Heredia. And then Lotte really hasn't dealt with any injuries either. So the two surprise teams up at the top of the standings, neither one of them have had any real injuries so far on the season. They've had guys that they have not played well, and they've said it was an injury, and they went down to the second league, played better, and came back. But they haven't had any substantial injuries yet. So, no, it's just, I mean, it's baseball. Uh, you're pitching, you're playing 6 days a week. They never really have an off season. They finish, and then they have the fall league and fall training, and then from there they go. So like Hanwha goes to Australia for winter camp, and then after winter camp finishes, then they come to the Korea for spring camp. They never really stop playing in Korea. There's no big normal off season for them. So, but LG gets the win. They stop Doosan's 3-game winning streak, 5-1. Again, they are half game up on Hanwha. Hanwha needs 1 out before they give up 2 runs. So they should be able to pull through with the win. Keeps the game tied up at the top of that. So tomorrow I will be doing SSG versus Lotte. Should be Anderson versus Nagyuan in. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, until next time.